Today's video is the number one goal is to build relationships with the right people. That's your number one goal. Okay, and sometimes people really miss that. I asked them, hey, so what's your goal here? And they're like, to sign someone up. They'll say like to get a customer. they'll say everything other than to build relationships with the right people. And the reason why is those relationships is what lead to uh, recruiting people that go out there and recruit other people that turn into large sales volume, which turns into commissions to you. And you got to have those, you got to build those relationships, and it takes time. Everybody's looking for the magic formula of how to sign up somebody in the same day, and those things can happen, but in reality it's not the healthiest thing. The healthiest thing is when you're attracting the right people and you're building relationships and there's a connection, people like and trust you. That will create stickability in your business, and that's a process. And if you have a system in place where you're adding one or two, three people to your Rolodex every single day, to your contact manager, whatever way that you keep your contacts, if you're adding one, two, three people every single day, what will happen is people that you're building a relationship for months or even years, those people will naturally pop up every single day. Okay, so if somebody is starting from scratch and they don't have an inventory of people that they are building relationships with, then it's gonna take some time to get that going. Where you're gonna have to take, it could take 2 3 months of filling the pipeline in order to have those quality people there that you can, the timing is right for them to take a look at what you're doing, and for you to have some like and trust with them, that they will respect what you're saying. Okay, and unfortunately that takes work. And some people don't like that answer, but that's what it is. All right, so here's a conversation with a guy. He got a message from me saying that I came across one of his sites. I got a quick question. He called me back, left me a voicemail, and I returned the call the next day. So I want you to listen into that conversation. So this is his voicemail to me.
Hi, Ryan. This is Bob Hilke, and you had left me a voice message a few days ago saying you had come across my website and had a quick question. And I was traveling, and to be honest, I don't remember if I followed up with you yet, so I was just trying to return your call and see if I can help you out with your question. My phone number is...
Okay, so I'll end the call right there. So so from his voicemail, he said that he got a message from me, and it could have been, a week ago, a few days ago. I don't really know. And he got back to me. He said he was traveling. So, my point is with that is these messages work. If you're calling networkers or you're using our automated system, and you're leaving them messages where, you came across one of their sites and you have a quick question, you will get callbacks. Even if it's not in the same day, people will call you back when they get that message. The right people, okay, the right people. If somebody has nothing going on in their world, in the realm of business, they may just chalk that up to be a wrong number and may not call you back. And probably they save you some time there too, because you're looking to create nice relationships with business people, people that have things going on in their world. All right, so that's his voicemail to me, and this is me calling him back the next day. So I got his voicemail. I think he had left it around 8 9 o'clock at night or whatnot, and I didn't check my messages to the next day. So this is the call. I'm gonna let you listen into that call here. And it's ringing for, I think it rang a few times, so I'm gonna jump about 20 seconds into it here.
Hi, this is Bob.
Hello, Bob.
Yes.
It's Ryan Gunnis.
Oh, Ryan. Hi, how are you?
Good. Is this a good time?
It's a good time. Yeah.
Cool. I got your message.
Yeah,
I got your message last night.
Pardon?
I said I got your message from last night.
Yeah. I couldn't remember if I had called you back or not yet, so I apologize if I hadn't.
Yeah, no worries. We didn't chat before, at least on my side.
Okay.
No minutes. But reason I was reaching out to you, I'm down in Florida, Port St. Lucie, Florida.
Yeah.
I'm looking to expand one of my businesses. I'm in the network marketing industry,
Okay.
reaching out to some networkers, and I believe that you've been in the industry in the past. So just wanted to connect with you real quick and see if you might be open to taking a look at any good opportunities.
Well, I won't ever say no to look at something. I'm pretty happy with what I'm doing right now.
No, no worries. What are you involved with? I want to pause real quick here. Now, notice in that call, okay, there are a couple of things. One is, um, you notice it doesn't seem like a weird, cold call, so to speak. You know, we played a little bit of phone tag. He got me back on the phone. It was kind of like, hey, Ryan, like he was looking out for my call. So you'll notice that if you're using the process that we teach, when you do get people on the line, it doesn't seem so weird. And if you also notice, and I should spend some time on this, when I call people back, my enthusiasm is like, hey, they want to talk to me. My enthusiasm is they're waiting for my call. So when people answer the phone, I say, hey, this is Ryan. Like we're friends. like that's how you call somebody that's expecting your call or would take your call. If you're calling up your best friend, if you're calling up your brother, your sister, your mom, your dad, uh, you know, uh, if it's mom and dad, you're gonna if it's me, you're gonna say, hey, you don't even say this is your son. You're just gonna assume, hey, what you doing? You even have chit chat like my voice. The same way if you're calling up, even if it's an old friend of yours or you're calling up somebody that you haven't talked to in a while, and you're like, hey, this is John or whatever your name is. It's like you already have the mindset that they're expecting your call. So the same way with Bob here, when he answers the phone and he says, "Hey, this is Bob," I say, "Hey, Bob, Ryan Gunnis." So it's like, hey, I am already taking the posture like you are expecting my call. Now, a couple things that happens when that happens is people, it brings down their defenses, and they feel like, well, maybe I know this person. So even if he doesn't remember, that he's waiting for my call, it still brings down the defenses. Like, Ryan Gunnis, yeah, you gotta think about it a little bit. So that's one thing that I want to note in the call. The other thing is when I did the invitation and I asked him if he, may be open to taking a look at any good opportunities. He said, well, I don't always, I never say no, but I'm kind of focused on something. So notice that I did not just go straight into the continuation of the leading with the business. Okay, I listened to the fact that he said, well, I'm kind of focused on something. So rather than saying, oh, good that you're open minded, let me show you what I got. So rather than you say, oh, good that you're open minded, let me tell you about my business, or let me invite you to look at my business. Rather than do that, you might want to see where that person is at. And that's what I did. I heard the fact that he said, I'm involved with something. And I say, hey, tell me a little bit about what you're involved with. I want to know where he's at because building a relationship, it's about timing, and sometimes it's not necessarily about your agenda. You want to see where somebody's at first, build that relationship, and then you could always, when the timing is right. Okay. And another note is we're not looking to try to steal people away from another company. If they're involved with a company and they're happy, we want to be respectful for that. Okay. And if something changes down the road, great. If it doesn't, you can have another friend there. They could probably be a customer of you, or something like that. So really take that attitude that you really want to, respect where people are at. So anyway, let's continue the call here.
Well, the thing that I'm earning the most with is the Enagic Kangen water ionizers.
Kangen water, yep, that's great. You've been with
do you
them for a
drink
long
water?
time?
Pardon?
You've been with them for a long time?
About 6 years. Yeah.
Okay, so quite some time. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Another pause there. When I asked him what he's involved with, and he told me what he's involved with, if you listen to the conversation there, he said, he's involved with a water filter process product, and the same time he was getting ready to transition. Hey, do you drink water? Like, everybody drinks water. And that would have gone in the route where he would be trying to expose me to his product that he's with. And, I mean, I want to be in control of the call, and I want to be quick with my conversation. So notice my question, which was timed perfectly, was right after he told me what he was involved with. I said, "Hey, have you been with them for a long time?" So now it's taking the conversation in the direction that I need to go with. All right, let's continue. Certainly not trying to distract you away from what you're doing. Are you pretty focused with that?
Yes.
Okay. Are you in recruiting mode? Meaning, if I had people with networking experience that may be open to that, are you in a good position to work with new people?
Yes, I'm actually interested in getting new people.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely.
All right.
Do you have something that would help with that?
Yeah. What I could do is send you a link to a system that I use that connects people like me and you to other networkers. It's the same system that led me to you, so yeah, at least you'll see how I found you.
Yeah.
Do you
Okay, well, I'll be happy to take a look at it.
Yeah. What's a good email for you?
Pardon?
What's a good email for you?
Oh, Bob.
Okay, so I'll end the call right there. So, couple of things again. Notice that, he in the beginning of the call he told me he was open. He never says no, but he did say that he was focused on something, and rather than took that in the direction of like, well, let's launch into our business that we're building. I asked him a couple more questions. Hey, what do you focus on? He told me what he's active with. How long you been with them? He's been with them for 6 years. And I just told him, hey, no problem. I'm not trying to distract you, from what you're doing. And I asked him if he was in recruiting mode. If I had people with networking experience that may be open to look at what he's doing. He said, yes, I'm looking for that. I'm actively looking for that. Can you help with that? And that leads into the MLM Recruiter on Demand system. So I wanted to take the time and break this call down because it's about building relationships. And sometimes even if somebody, tells you, hey, yeah, I can look at what you have, but if you pick up on certain things, it's okay to ask a couple questions to see where they're at, because when you build the relationships with the right people, the timing will show itself up when it's the right time to maybe present your business or the right time to present your products or whatnot. And if you have the right relationships with people, you'll get more juice out of it then. Okay, and it's going to require you to kind of be a little patient in the process. Now, if he had said, yeah, I never say no, and I asked him, well, are you active with anything? And he tells me, no, I really haven't been active with anything for the last couple of years. Well, now it makes sense to go share with him what's the business you're building. You see what I'm saying? So that's why you want to be listening, to those little things that people might be saying. So anyway, the goal is to build relationships with the right people. If you're adding people to your calendar, let's say you have a whole bunch of people like this conversation that I had with Bob. If you're adding those people to your calendar, 2, 3, of those people to your calendar, to your contact manager, and you have a big pipeline of these people, you can always revisit these people in the future. You're going to keep in touch, and and you'll get business out of that, and you'll get the good business at the right time. All right, hope that helps. Go make it happen.